and then someone said, girl, they're attacking you on Twitter. I was #1 trending in the Philippines on Twitter. And so when the controversy happened, it felt like the whole internet was against me at one point. Privileged, insensitive, like rich kid, ignorant, all these different things. Useless, disappointment, ugly, like, some people even told me to like commit like yourself. Maybe I'm not a good person. Maybe I don't deserve to be happy. Maybe I don't deserve this. What if I just die?
Oh no, you've been high when you feel low. Only hate the road when you're missing home.
You know, when people mock someone and celebrate that person's death just because of something they said as private citizens, that tells you exactly what kind of creatures they are.
Sana ganun ka din kasaya ngayon na nasa heaven ka na. May you rest in peace, ate. Rest in peace. Mwah.
Just a few hours matapos mabalita sa mga Filipino netizens ang pagpanaw ng isang sikat na TikTok creator na si Eman Atienza, kaagad-agad may mga nagse-celebrate. Others mocked her for dying for whatever reason. Bakit? Dahil lang ba sa political affiliation niya o dahil sa isang political post na hindi nila nagustuhan?
I was just like, okay, whatever. Like,
Nag-trending ka ba sa Twitter?
yeah, I was #1 trending in the Philippines on Twitter. Yeah. And then I was on Instagram and I checked my message request. Someone sent me a post by a certain news platform and they were talking about the hate I was getting on Twitter. And that's when I realized, okay, this is getting out of proportion.
Binasa mo yung mga hate.
Yeah, the hate was worse, I guess. It was
Pinaka-worst na nabasa mo.
I was privileged, insensitive, like rich kid, ignorant, all these different things. Useless, disappointment, ugly. Like some people even told me to like commit suicide, like kill yourself.
So we did some research. We must admit mas familiar tayo sa atin ni Eman, si Eliana Atienza, who made US and global news for her political activism and for being anti-Israel while studying as an international student in the US. And we must admit as well, we've been critical of her before. Pero si Eman, may sarili siyang personality at priorities. Sarili ring laban sa buhay. She was said to have posted something that really pissed off the DDS or the Dutertards. At yan nga ang pinagva-viral ngayon ng mga kampo ni Digongyo matapos nilang malaman ang tungkol sa kanyang pagkamatay. Isa sa mga unang nakita kong post ay galing sa isang deranged DDS na ito. Another kakamputa bites the dust, sabi niya sa kanyang post sa X, formerly Twitter. If that person actually knows what bites the dust means when used in that context, then alam niya kung gaano siya kasamang tao. When used to ridicule someone's death, it implies glee, mockery, or satisfaction that the person is gone, just like in that line from the popular song. But that DDS troll isn't done yet with their insults. If you think only DDS trolls hiding behind dummy accounts could say things like that, think again. This one is reportedly a DDS lawyer, and according to the comments, an employee of the DOJ. This person posted, "Another PRRD woke basher self-unalived." The pattern? What the heck is he talking about? What pattern? We'd like to know. According to attorney Jesus Falsis, this same DDS prosecutor once described the Dilawans as cockroaches. The pattern indeed. Now, as we said, this reminds us of the case of Charlie Kirk in the US. Pero mas malala pa nga ang mga American Democrats. What they said about Charlie and his family was way beyond dehumanizing if you followed his case. At ang mas nakakahiya, may mga pa-woke Pinoy, usually from the kakampink side, who even joined the mock Charlie Kirk's death party.
Yung awa na nararamdaman nyo kay Charlie Kirk sa pamilya ni Charlie Kirk, sakit na yan.
Unlike Eman, mas politically active si Charlie, and he even gave people with opposing views a platform to speak. Sabi nga ni Auntie Jeffree Star, Charlie Kirk gave them the mic and he was killed for it.
He encouraged everyone to speak about their beliefs, whether he believed them or not. Am I a Republican? No, I'm a person. Because I'm standing up for someone that passed away, I'm now being called names in the chat. This is what's wrong with a lot of you people. You will never get far in life. You are sick in the head.
Marami kasing mga pa-woke Pinoy na walang alam sa US politics. Unlike in the Philippines, may Second Amendment sa US, and according to the founding fathers, it was designed to protect the first. So, dun sa mga pa-woke kakampings na walang alam pero todo bash kay Charlie Kirk, you see what I mean now? Sana nga. Pero balik tayo kay Eman Atienza at sa mga DDS bashers niya. Ito siguro ang isa sa pinaka-worst. Itong babaeng to na markado na rin sa atin. Kung saan man siya nagtatrabaho, she needs to be fired.
Ang buhay talaga weather lang. Ito yung mga panahon na sobrang saya ni ate girl na nasa ICC sa The Hague, si PRD. Oh well, ang buhay talaga weather lang. Ate girl, I hope na kung gaano ka kasaya noong dinala sa ICC sa The Hague, si PRD, sana ganun ka din kasaya ngayon na nasa heaven ka na. May you rest in peace, ate. Rest in peace. Mwah.
At dapat din na mag-file ng kaso ang Atienza family laban sa kanya. At hindi lang sila, dapat pati si Vice Ganda ay mag-file din ng kaso.
So, usapang kabayo muna tayo. Siguro naman napanood nyo na yung kawalang hiyaan, yung pambabalahura na ginawa nitong si Kabayo kay Pierre RD. Can you imagine? From someone na wala namang kwenta-kwentang tao para imamak mo ang ex-president na almost 80 years old na, by the way. Diba? Anong klaseng tao ka? Pangit na nga mukha mo, pangit pa ng ugali mo. Alam mo, Kabayo, no? To tell you frankly, without your money, without your fame, you are nothing. Yan ang katotohanan. Sana lang proud ka sa magulang mo. Kasi sila, Sarah, proud sila sa tatay nila. I hope gano'n ka din sa magulang mo. Proud ka na kinukonsinti ka ng nanay mo na meron kang habang binabayaran mo pa. And I hope proud din si Ayon sa nanay niya na payag. Diba na for the money. Diba? Sana lahat kayo proud sa mga magulang nyo.
At eto pa, si DDS fake news peddler Tio Moreno na ngayon ay todo deny na binash niya si Eman, may pa-offer pa ng 100,000 piso sa makakapagpatunay daw ng pambabash niya, but people aren't buying it.
And I opened Twitter, obviously. Like, instinctively, I opened Twitter. But then I saw maybe like 5-10 different comments talking about it. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to protect my health. I need to protect my mental health, mainly. And so I just did not open Twitter. And I just went off of kind of the article and the little tweets that I'd seen, and I made a video. And I think that was my mistake as well, because I didn't see everyone's points, because I wanted to protect myself from.
You wanted to
yeah.
stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, but you said kanina, I think that was my mistake.
Yeah.
So why did you think na mistake yung
Because
decision mo na yun?
before I made the video, I had only seen a few tweets. Like, I had only seen some people's points, the more popular tweets that went viral. I didn't see the whole issue holistically as to why people were reacting this way, why people were angry. And that was my mistake, I guess. I didn't get to address everything. But by the time I had made the video, it was already, that made the hate even worse, blew up even more.
Receipts are out. Hindi lang nabulgar sa interview niya with Tony Gonzaga, nag-post din siya online. Sa isang muling nagva-viral na screenshot ng kanyang lumang post, sinabi ni Eman, "It's becoming increasingly hard to be authentic and proud over the past few months. Don't get me wrong, I can handle hate. I've gotten death threats from the DDS every day. Misogynists in my comments telling me I'm stupid, burner accounts of high school bullies trying to egg me on."
I knew these people were completely misinterpreting my personality, my characters, my morals, my beliefs. That's why I wasn't gonna let it get to me. And also, I'd gone through this in high school. I'd gone through this in a personal setting where I had to see these people one-on-one. So what more people online who have no idea who I am personally? And so I was completely fine at first, but when the hate started to get to the point where people were commenting about how I should take my life, how I'm ugly, useless, disappointment, all these trigger words that I had heard earlier in my childhood and my high school experience, that's when it kind of got to me. And I was a little bit like, I think for a day, 2 days, I was just a little bit like, crying a lot and I guess I was just kind of questioning myself.
On the same thread, she added context to the DDS bullying and threats. but I feel like the hate has piled up in my head subconsciously. Every time I post, I feel excited but anxious and dreadful, knowing there's going to be some hate I'll have to force myself to ignore. And this is the most telling and important part of her revelations.
Because I had done so much to heal from past experiences. I'd done so much to remind myself how I'm a good person. I deserve good karma that's coming towards me now this past few months. And that kind of made me question myself in the way that like, maybe I am a bad person. Maybe I don't deserve to be here.
Para sa amin, hindi lang ito si Eman Atienza sharing her struggles and experiences of DDS bullying and threats to her fans. It sounded like she was talking to herself, reminding herself to stay strong.
Kind of handled it on my own. I didn't want my parents to worry as well. I was considering seeing a therapist again for just a little bit, just so I can talk about all of these different things.
But based on her posts, incessant talaga ang threats and bullying na natatanggap niya. From the DDS, well, that's according to her post, right? To use the words of that stupid DDS attorney, the pattern. Yan lagi ang pattern ng DDS bullying. At oo, pati page na to nararanasan namin yan araw-araw. Death threats, libelous accusations, at kung ano-anong asal, demonyo at hayop na mga DDS.
Oh, I started therapy because of my battle with mental health, mental illness. I think when I was around 13 or 12 actually is when I started to struggle with it, but 13 is when it became a prominent issue for me that like I need to seek professional help.
And our dark suspicion is this. Kahit hindi na nag-update si Eman sa issue ng DDS threats and bullying, we suspect na tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang bullying at death threats na naranasan at natanggap niya sa mga DDS. That's their style. Kuyog, mass reports dito, threats doon. That's the pattern of their online behavior, and they make sure to do it every day based sa observation ko dito. At eto pa, when you post, ang comment nila, oh, gising ka na pala, which means naka-follow sila not just to bully you every day but to try to shut you down.
I think it's my mental health got to the point where it was so bad that it was hindering my ability to function on a day-to-day basis.
So naging depressed?
Yeah, depressed. And then I started self-harming and all of these different.
Like in what way would you hurt yourself before?
I would.
You would cut?
Yeah, I would cut myself.
And that probably piled up in her head. This issue isn't just about mental health, it's also, and most importantly, about that death cult called DDS and their endless cycle of bullying, harassment, and threats just to worship and defend their political demigods.